Hi everybody, this is Odd Samurai, and today I'm going to be reacting to Jujutsu Kaisen Season 2, Episode 18. So, let's talk a little bit about last episode. Yeah. I know that the character, or like the Shikigami that Asukuna was fighting, most people call it Mahoraga? Which I don't really know where the name, obviously the name came from the manga, but I'm just like curious why there's different names for it, since in the anime they called it Makora, and when you hear it, that they actually say it like that. So I don't know what's up with that. Maybe when they're the manga translator, like there's different readings for that kanji, so they got it a different way. So, I don't know. I know that it's commonly known as Mahoraga, but I'm gonna keep calling it Makora because that's just, that's literally how you can hear them pronounce it, so, yeah. But yeah, Asukuna had to fight it because, if he didn't, then Fushiguro would most definitely had died, and we don't want that. But Sukuna, interestingly enough, definitely doesn't want that. He sees a lot of potential in him. The only human that he sees potential in, apparently, because he does not give a shit about Yuji, as we've seen before. Though, yeah, I didn't remember their pact from season 1, but I saw someone pointed out that it's basically that Yuji could give him control for like 5 minutes, as long as Sukuna wouldn't injure or kill anyone. But of course, this wasn't something that Yuji allowed him to do. So therefore, Sukuna could do all this killing because it wasn't him coming out here, wasn't part of the pact. But yeah, it's insane still that Fushiguro had such a big card still hidden, and he used it for this. Like, god damn, this was such a such a freaking overkill, considering he was he used it to get out of dealing with the blonde guy, which honestly I don't think it was needed. Most definitely, considering even Sukuna wasn't able to quickly dispose of it. So yeah, it was definitely a big threat. And I saw, like, yeah, it wasn't only once, but I think it was actually like twice that he tried to use it during season 1. First against Sukuna, which makes sense. Yeah. But then he actually was going, like, you can actually see him do like this when he was fighting Todo during season 1. When we first get introduced to him. And that's so wild to me. Like, what do you mean you were gonna release this thing and kill yourself in the process just to fight Todo? Like, I get that Fushiguro didn't feel like any lower Shikigami would defeat him, but that's so much, in my opinion. Like, that was not warranted to be using something like this in that situation. But yeah, Fushiguro, are you okay, buddy? Like, you seem to have been willing to use this very double-edged blade more readily. Definitely more than most people would. I'm not saying he's suicidal, but he definitely doesn't seem to think of many more options before that. So we'll see how Fushiguro feels once he wakes up and gets told what happened. But yeah, the fight itself, it was pretty damn cool. It looked really good. Of course, all praise to the animators that managed to do something like that, despite the fact that the episode was only like 30% finished, which is very concerning. Like, imagine if they actually had been given the time to actually finish it. Like, it was already looking so good before. Now imagine it if it was actually, yeah. So, and then we got Yuji. Well, first we got Sukuna putting Fushiguro where Yaga was. And then, just out of freaking just cruelty, he goes back to, basically a very, let's call it a specific place where you can see pretty much all the destruction from a pair, good ways away. And then leaves so he can just have Yuji just stare at this in pure horror. And the fact that before he leaves, he's like, oh, savor this, boy. Like, damn. And yeah, Yuji just crumbles and has, a very understandable mental breakdown there. Just scratching the ground so hard that his nails bleed. And, well, that doesn't just say Sukuna die, he says, only me die. Like, of course, if Yuji dies, then all the fingers within him will cease to exist. But, like, that's just rough to see. And then, yeah, she just gets basically all the memories he gets from when Sukuna was, in control. And we get just the full force of him, like, trying to process that. Like, he really, really feels guilty over it, as if he was the one that had done it. After all, it was also because he was allowed to live that something like this was able to happen. But of course, it's not his fault. There was just it's just something unfortunate that wasn't able to be avoided. Now, I saw some people saying that they didn't like the use of specials during that scene. And I kinda get that, but I still like it. Now, do I kinda wish that they, did it a little differently? Yes, I do wish that just when Yuji's screaming at himself, that there was no sound or no music whatsoever, and it's only until he stops that we get the song. But yeah, for the most part, I kinda tuned it out, but also it did help a little bit with the atmosphere and just made it feel like kinda more what's the word? Just hopeless. Like, Sukuna is laughing at Yuji. So it is what it is, preferences. And then after credits we got Nanami it seems like he's just I don't want to say adrenaline, but walking on instinct after, half of his body just completely burned. So with that, I've talked about last episode enough, so let's just get to this episode. I know a big thing that's going to happen. I've already said that, but let's see how it's going to impact me in regards to execution. So with that said, let's start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. And everything of this coming back to his head. Right and wrong. Oh man. Even though Eugene kind of like tried to put, all those very overwhelming feelings that were telling him to die, basically, he still managed to get up and try and keep fighting. But like that wouldn't go away so easily. So it's this, these two parts, these two sides telling him, it's your fault, and then others telling him, even so, live for the people that put their hopes in you. You are my special. We're special. A beach? Oh, I've seen a screenshot of like Nanami with this blue sky. Oh boy. He looks so peaceful. Like obviously we know this isn't happening because we know how he looks like right now. So I hate it here. Mahito. What is he doing? Just waiting there. Where's Nanami going? His consciousness isn't even like fully there, probably. That's what he's imagining. Mm. I know. Yo, the piano. I know. Even though he's way past his limit, he's still trying to help his comrades. Oh, this is this is so tragically beautiful. Yuji, what are you doing? Hurry up. There's someone here who needs you. There's a reason you're still alive. No, I don't like this camera POV. Oh. Oh, is he gonna say hi, Vara? Hmm. No, he's telling him to look behind him. Man, I want to concentrate the fight, but I'm still thinking about Nanamin. What? Hmm. I don't see Yuji actually winning this fight, but there's no one else that can come in and help him. Mahito just feels like such a endgame villain. All the curses left everything to him. So I'll be very surprised from a narrative standpoint if Yuji manages to actually kill him. Oh. Now he has such a problem with how versatile he is. But at least he's a physical fighter, like Yuji. It doesn't have a complicated cursed ability. Oh? Mm. More people are still here? Shit, he has to tell him to run. Ah, they're not gonna make it. Mm. Or they were already transformed. Wow. Yeah, he's very good at using that. $9:30. Oh, okay. Well, that's when this happened. So there's two Mahitos. Shit. So that's what he split into. Okay, this is a problem. So Yuji's already having a lot of trouble with just one half of Mahito. Yeah, I don't think Nobara is gonna be able to beat Mahito. And this half. Yeah, now, like, yeah, okay. So one of them could beat their Mahito, but it doesn't matter. Because, yeah, there would still be another one running around. So regardless, the Mahito as a whole is not being defeated. Baka. So that was the episode. Well, I mean, as you can see, after Nanami died, I was just not into it as much as before. I mean, I already knew he was going to die, but it didn't make it any easier, you know, considering he's definitely my favorite character in the series, so it's just not gonna be the same not having him around ever again. There's obviously characters that I still quite like, but yeah, I just wish, like, obviously pacing wise, or like, you know, the amount of chapters that they do, like, it just doesn't fit. But I would have rather, yeah, there's just not a good way to do it, but just the ideal way would have been for, you know, for Nanami dying and then Yuji's immediate reaction to have been the end of the episode. Or like the end of an episode. And then you kind of have like, oh, okay. You have time, like, a week to deal with that happening. And then you get to the fight another week. But since, you know, it just kind of happened right after, and then we had so much of it, it just kind of felt, is that the thing that we like moved on too quick? It's more so like, well, I mean, Mahito's right there. Yuji obviously doesn't have time to just sit down and mourn over his dead mentor, but yeah, I still wish we had a little more of that. If we don't, though, I hope once this arc is all done that we have a little bit of Yuji going over how he feels about this in a more calm, introspective way. But yeah, man, Nanami was really selfless, almost to a fault. And that might have been the thing. Like, if he had stayed there with, you know, laying down with his injuries, along with Maki, and we don't know if Naobito survived, but him too. And it's like, if he had just stayed put and not tried to keep fighting, would he have made it? If Mahito didn't find him, would he have survived. We don't know. Maybe in a what if scenario. But the point is like, well, if he hadn't done that, then it wouldn't be an enemy, right? So, yeah. He deserved so much better. He really did. But yeah, I'm still feeling emotional, so I'm not gonna talk too much this week. So if you enjoyed my reaction to this episode, please like and subscribe. Until next time, see ya.